Ladies and gentlemen, I have saved the best for last. Let's just ignore that the Rockies are in this division. Wow, I wonder what team's going to get 5th place. Well, I had to talk about them eventually. So the Rockies exist. They're a team in Denver, and I'm not exactly sure what their overall goal is. Is there even a goal? You re-signed Jacob Stallings. He looked pretty good in Colorado. You got Kyle Farmer and Tiago Estrada to just like be there. Or you're just going to trade them in July, or what? You didn't improve the team by adding people. You signed 0 WAR players. You got 4 names, and your team's going to be about the same. There's only a couple things to look forward to. Ezekiel Tovar. What the fuck happened to Nolan Jones? Brenton Doyle. Chris. Oh God, Chris. Save yourself. It's just injury after injury after injury, and this time I actually feel bad for somebody unlike Anthony Rendon. Unlike Anthony Rendon, Chris Bryant actually wants to play baseball. Maybe changing up the batting stance will help, because his knees are kind of f***ed. But I just want to see Chris Bryant be good again, man. Okay, I'm going to stop talking about the Rockies now. It's as simple as this. They're bad, 5th place, 59, 103, next. Hired Buster Posey, huh? Yeah, I like that move. I mean, the Giants are heading in the right direction. I bet Buster Posey's going to be aggressive in the free agent market. And boom, there you go. Willy Adames 7 years. Love that move. I mean, the Giants just have to be getting started. You lost Blake Snell, you added Justin Verlander, that's it. That's it. It doesn't surprise me at all that Buster Posey went after Verlander. Look, as long as the Astros don't trade for him again, I don't care. Thank you for everything you've done, by the way. But Giants, really? That's it? You could have done so much more. This team's getting closer to being playoff ready, but they're not. Now, along with Verlander, they got Logan Webb and Robbie Ray. That could be pretty good. Kyle Harrison had an okay rookie campaign. Jordan Hicks coming back from injury. The rotation's fine, I guess. Lineup, though... You signed Willy Adames. That's amazing. That's great. You extended Matt Chapman. Getting even better. And there's some underrated bats on this roster. Heliot Ramos was an all-star last year. So far, Jung-Hoo Lee looks really good during spring training, coming off of that season-ending injury. Tyler Fitzgerald. But then after that, ugh. Look, Patrick Bailey is really good at defense, but he is just possibly the worst offensive catcher I've ever seen in my life. So hopefully he can change that. Even though the Giants could have done so much more in free agency than they did, I do think that if they have a very good first half of the season, they could be aggressive at the trade deadline, and they could be a dark horse contender for the postseason. But as of right now, I just can't do it. 4th place, 84, 78. Things are looking up, though. What a mess. The Padres are at astronomical levels of dysfunction. I mean, all these lawsuits and legal challenges took precedence over everything. The Padres didn't even make a quote-unquote splash until after John Seidler got the team. Throughout all these unknowns, you lost Tanner Scott and Jurickson Profar. I really thought you guys were going to re-sign Profar. Let's see, you re-signed Elias Diaz. He's going to be your starting catcher because Luis Campusano kind of sucks right now. You signed Jason Hayward. He looked okay in Houston, but is he going to start every single day for you guys? Well, I don't know who Brandon Lockridge is, so I think they're making the right choice. They signed Yuli Gurriel to a minor league deal. Him and Darvish now are teammates. That's so fucking funny. It really started to look like the Padres are going to miss out on free agency, but they signed Nick Pivetta. They only paid $55 million for him. Guess he wanted to be a Padre. So even though the Padres offseason kind of sucked, free agency-wise and legal-wise, there's still so many things to look forward to. You still got Michael King and Yu Darvish for that rotation. Are you trading Dylan Cease? They're making it sound like they're not, but like, are you? Many fans are starting to ask if Luis Arias is good. Now, he's no Tony Gwynn, but he definitely fits the Padres scheme as a leadoff guy. The Padres still got long-term contracts. Talking Manny Machado, we're talking Xander Bogaerts, talking Tatis. Also, Jackson Merrill's amazing. He would have won Rookie of the Year if Paul Skeens didn't exist. Even though the starting 9 of the lineup is not necessarily good, those top 5, top 6 are going to make a huge difference. So I still got the Padres as playoff contenders. Are they as good as they were last year? Maybe a little worse, but they are in the most loaded division in baseball. I mean, they'd be first in a whole bunch of divisions. But they're in the NL West, so they're going to be in 3rd, 86 and 76. And it's not because I don't think they're capable of getting 90 wins. It's just that their division rivals are so strong, especially the ones we're about to cover. This team didn't make it either? How? Literally how? It's just crazy how all they needed was just the Braves or the Mets to sweep. But nope, f*** you Diamondbacks. We're gonna make sure that we both get in. The World Series hangover's real, y'all. Jock Peterson was really good for you last year. Too bad he's a Ranger now. You would think that they would re-sign Christian Walker. Nope, he went to Houston. Thank you. So things aren't looking very good in Arizona right now. Whoa! You guys did what? That came out of nowhere! God damn, man. That was an incredible move by the Diamondbacks. Well, the Diamondbacks got their new ace, but first base is still open. Josh Naylor, okay. Is he as good as Christian Walker? No, but still a really good replacement. Now, they didn't do much else, but they didn't really need to. I mean, they already had a postseason roster last year. I'm just not exactly sure what happened, because this lineup's just so good. You got a rotation of Zach Gallen, Merrill Kelly, Brandon Pfaadt, Eduardo Rodriguez coming back from injury. Let's just ignore that Jordan Montgomery is still on this roster. Gabriel Moreno, a catcher. Eugenio Suarez, a third. You just signed Geraldo Perdomo to an extension. Lourdes in left, McCarthy in center. Now, Corbin Carroll was kind of disappointing last year, but I think he'll just be so much better. I want to see 2023 Corbin. And then Ketel Marte, man, that guy could seriously win an MVP. If this dude's playing at an MVP level, expect a lot of wins out of Arizona. In summary, they didn't make a lot of moves, but just adding Corbin Burns is like 3 or 4 moves within itself. I could definitely see this team in the World Series next year. I'm gonna get aggressive with them. Second place, 98 and 64. And yes, it's only good for second, but that's because I saved the best for last. You know, when you're a World Series winning team, you would think you wouldn't do much in the offseason, but as most of you already know, the Dodgers are not normal. Who did they lose? Walker Buehler, Jack Flaherty, Gavin Lux? Okay, whatever. We're gonna get so crazy that the whole baseball world is going to fucking hate us. We're not re-signing Walker Buehler? Okay, we'll just replace him with Blake Snell. We lost Jack Flaherty? Okay, we'll just sign Roki Sasaki. More on him later. The re-signing of Teoscar Hernandez needed to happen. It was a perfect fit. They signed who is possibly the best left-handed reliever in the game, Tanner Scott. They got the top Korean free agent in Ha-Sung Kim. Fun fact, Ha-Sung Kim and Ha-Sung Kim are different people. Kirby Yates signed a 1-year deal. Michael Conforto signed a 1-year deal. Blake Trinan re-signed. And to absolutely no one's surprise, they re-signed Kike and Kershaw. Even though they won the World Series, they came out and they had the best offseason out of any team. So much so that it's pissing the rest of the baseball community off. Many fans are just starting to assume that if they're very, very good, they're just going to be a Dodger in the future.
It's because of all this deferred money. The Dodgers are spending too much money. There needs to be a limit on these sort of things. There needs to be a salary cap in baseball.
You know what I say to that? Shut the f*** up. You want to know why the Dodgers can do this? Do they have one of the richer owners? Yes. But along with that, they attracted the rest of the world, especially Japan. I mean, the Dodgers have the top 3 Japanese players in the league. Everyone's favorite team in Japan is the Dodgers. Think about how much money they're getting from that too. They got a really good deal in place with Guggenheim. They have the best TV deal out of any major league team, and that is how they are able to do this. Without these tactics, they cannot defer as much money as they are. The only problem with this, though, is that a bunch of teams are going to throw pissy fits about this. They're not going to be able to agree on a new CBA agreement, and I'm starting to fear we're going to have an even longer lockout in 2026, which I do not like. Now that I got that tidbit out of the way, let's talk about Roki for a second. Right when I saw he was going to get posted early for the Major League minimum, I think we kind of all knew he was going to sign with the Dodgers. But of course, he started saying that he was going to treat every single Major League team equally. He was going to meet the teams he wanted to meet with. I mean, even the White Sox had a presentation for him. That's funny. But his top 3 finalists were the Dodgers, the Padres, and the Blue Jays. And then we were finally starting to think that maybe he wouldn't be a Dodger. He said he wanted a team with ownership stability. Well, there go the Padres. And then once again, it's a Blue Jays and Dodgers standoff for a Japanese player. And like I said in my earlier video, the Blue Jays are the kings of second place. He was really making me start to believe that he might not have been a Dodger. But always trust your instincts at the beginning. So the Dodgers made all those moves. But players still on the team? Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, Shohei Ohtani, 3 MVP candidates on one team, Will Smith, Max Muncy. And not only did they have the best lineup in baseball, they have the best rotation in baseball too. Blake Snell, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, Tyler Glasnow, Roki Sasaki, Tony Gonsolin, and then when Shohei's ready to pitch again, dear God. Also, Bobby Miller, I hope you're okay. When it comes to these 2025 Dodgers, we're not just talking about a good team, we are talking about one of the greatest teams of all time. Now, this prediction that I'm about to make is going to be extremely bold. But if there's a team to do it, it's this one. I am going as far as to say that the Dodgers are going to beat the win record and finish in first place with a record of 117 and 45. I know it's not going to happen, but this team is capable of doing that. And you want to know the funniest thing out of all this? I bet this team's going to find a way to choke in the NLDS. Just watch. Here are my NL West predictions once again, and now it is time to predict National League awards. First off, for Rookie of the Year, it's obviously Roki Sasaki. I mean, look at this. His 2023 season with the Marines was legendary. His K per 9 was 13.35. He doesn't give up homers, a .16 home runs per 9 in 2024. And his FIPS from 23 and 24 were 0.56 and 1.69 respectively. A little bit of a problem though, his walks per 9 went up pretty dramatically, 2.59. And also, will he adapt to MLB quickly? I personally think so, definitely enough to win Rookie of the Year. Now for Cy Young, another obvious one, Paul Skeens, 100%. I mean, not only did he win Rookie of the Year last year, but he was a finalist for Cy Young. He started 23 games, had 170 strikeouts, a sub-2 ERA, and had a 6 WAR. Do I need to say anything else? I mean, I want to live this man's life right now. He's the best pitcher in baseball, and he's dating Livy Dunn. What else could you ask for? For MVP, there's some good candidates. Is Shohei Ohtani going to win the MVP again? Probably. But you know which star player doesn't have an MVP yet? The one that just signed the largest contract in sports history. I think Juan Soto's going to have a killer season in Queens. I mean, he's Juan Soto, he's going to have 40 plus home runs, over 100 RBIs, he's going to have a shit ton of walks, his on-base percentage is going to be at least 400. Last year he had an OPS of 988. He could have won the MVP last year, but Aaron Judge, man. So that's my pick. And that's going to conclude not only the National League, but the MLB in general. Thank you so much for watching these videos. I cannot wait to be very, very wrong. Enjoy this season. I'll see you in the next video.